YouTube, we return once again for another MK has an aneurysm on stream. Joking, it's account reviews. Same thing. We're going to be taking a look at a free-to-play player once again. It's our classic players to look at because these are the ones that often need the most help. This is level 112, so we have, interestingly enough, another early account view this month. So, okay, we're expecting at level 112 an E5, right? At least. We should have an E5, maybe another E5, or very close to our second. Perhaps it's a returning account, we'll have to wait and see. And I see comeback growth plan, so you must have come back during anniversary. You have 29 million gold, which means you've been heavy spending, and 2,128 gems. Let's go backwards. You might know on one of our more recent account reviews, we looked at the Profit Orbs last, and it nearly killed me. So we'll look at the Profit Orbs first today. 0. It is a Profit Orb event, so how many have we used? 30. 30 Profit Orbs. That is all you had. Now, this is an account that came back, so I don't know if this is a mistake. No, I do know if this is a mistake. You shouldn't have used your Profit Orbs. That said, though, please tell me you didn't spend lobsters. Okay, good. I don't see any lobsters here. It says 0. Oh, yes. Yes. Limit 9? What the? Hang on. Wait, what? Limit 9. Wait. Come on, man. Oh, what? And you went in this area? You can't even complete this as a free-to-play player. What is your logic? What is your reasoning? Oh my... No! No! Why is this all I have seen from this event? So many people going in areas without calculating how many they have, without watching the videos. You bought one, then your video popped up? No! No! You watch the video, then you engage with the content. It's the rule! Dude, the video is out like within hours of the update going live. I have to physically, manually make the video. Give me the hours or 2 or 3 I need to review the event, figure out what to do, then make content. Then you, as a lovely viewer, should then engage. And actually, if you were on your phone, right? If you had your mobile to hand and were able to do the event, then you could have tuned into the Twitch stream and watched it. You could have watched me tell you not to do that. No excuses. No excuses. God. Because that's the thing when people are like, oh, sorry, your event video came out too slow. It's like, why weren't you watching on Twitch? Like, come on, guys. Thursday night, when the event drops, all you have to do is go to twitch.tv/MKxJUMP. It is literally spoon-fed to you. The event is there. If you're awake at the time to do those mistakes, you were awake at the time to watch the stream. Fact. Right? Europeans, you're safe. You're asleep when the event comes out. And then you wake up and there's an MK video. It's brilliant. You got to eat your cereals, nom nom, munching away, watching me tell you what to do. And then you have a brilliant week. If you live in America, it's like, oh, the event's live and I've just finished my dinner. I'm going to go ahead and do some idle heroesing. No, wait for the MK video. I know it's like self-promotion, but like I do it for you, right? I stay up. I live in the UK. It's like 4 in the morning when I upload those videos. I don't do it for myself, right? I know how to do the event. I'm the one who makes the flipping video. I do it for you. Do you think I want to stay awake at 4 in the morning every single Thursday to bring you content? And I know you could say, but that's your job. Yeah, I could do it in the middle of the afternoon the next day, you know, I could. There's no rush. There is. I have to save you from yourself. I do it for you. Watch the videos. Sorry. Anyway, we haven't even looked at his heroes and I've already torn him a new one. Let's help him out, right? Obviously, he made a little bit of a boo-boo. It's fine. It's 5 lobsters. I'm hoping our friend here is able to go ahead and still get the artifact. If you can't, I'm so sorry. But I pray for you. You have 6. I pray for you. We all pray for you. May the Lord shine brightly on your future. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Let's take a look at what we've got. We have an E5 Garuda level 340. So this is classic. You've gone ahead, you've built Garuda, first hero, really easy. You get handheld through the game. Ta-da. You get yourself a Garuda, which is fine. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 and then Black Sword is bad. But you know what? It's forgivable. You get an artifact this week. It seems that a lot of you guys just were... Oh. Yes! Woohoo! That's what I wanted to see. Oh, there it is. He's got the golden crown. My man has an artifact. I could kiss you. You know what? 5 lobsters. Forget about it. I apologize for tearing your asshole backwards. We have a golden crown. We have resonance armor. And you know what? My man even knew that Garuda wasn't that good, so he stopped at an agate stone 3. He'd learned that, you know what? Don't invest too much in Garuda. Just use her to unlock the void, push you forwards. Don't put more on her than you need to. And that's fine. In fact, I would rather see this than a Soulstone 3. Because Soulstone 3s get expensive and dumb, and this account has no gold, right? The only issue is the resonance armor, right? That's a problem. But you can always swap resonance armor from one class to the next, so it's less of a sin, although it is going to cost you a lot of gold. Probably, I think, is it 100 million for a swap? That sounds about right. So that's good. E2, Eloise, she's coming on up. We're going to build her. Now, here's your little problem. Do you have Eloise copies? Yes. Oh, so why did you build a 9-star Ithaca and an 8-star Rogan? These heroes are doing nothing for you. You can't just make assassins for no reason, right? We need to be using the Ithaca and the Rogan, or at least the 5 stars inside them. Please, not the heroes themselves. No, keep the Ithacas, keep the Rogans. But all the heroes you've used as food inside Ithaca and Rogan should have been invested to actually make more 9 stars to then become 10 stars to become Eloise food, so that you can get Eloise to E5. And then it's beautiful. E5 Eloise is heavenly strong. I've made enough videos about her. You even got a C+ with a B- in speed and heal effect bonuses. Absolutely brilliant. And you're a free-to-play player. This, my man, was a high roll. Well played. I know there's a lot of people as free-to-play players who still haven't managed to get better than a D for their Eloise, so well done. This is beautiful. In fact, some people only have an E on their Eloise, which is also pretty sad, but I like to see it. Moving on, we've got a 6-star Amun-Ra. That's forgivable, it's fine. 6-star Queen. Use her as food. You don't need Queen at this point. And Jaras that are, for some reason, level 100. I assume you used them in Shadow, and my man's got a sense of humor. MKwaifu69. Let's go. Well played. I think you did that one for me. Genuinely. Good job. Moving on, let's go take a look at your Seal Land progress. 10 out of 30 in range. Now that's sus, right? E2 Eloise, 10 out of 30. What's your guild tech like, my man? Oh. Wait. Oh no. What? 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 Where is your guild tech? Where is it? Literally, where did it go? Where have the guild things gone? And you say maybe gold, he's got 18,000 guild coins. Ice, where did your guild coins go? Did you perhaps enter the store and buy Guild Solidus with guild coins? You used to spend them in the shop but stopped. Well, that's good. That's good. You stopped. May this be a message to all of you folks watching at home. If you're a new player, never, ever do this. Never. I do not know why DH Games allows you to do it, because it is the single worst thing you can do for early progress. The bonuses you get from guild tech are incredibly strong. We're talking 30% extra HP. We're talking 25% extra attack. Huge bonuses. It's basically a bajillion artifacts just given to your hero for free. And then, I know what I'll do. I'll spend the coins on crap. Literally, there is nothing in here that's good. You could say, oh, but I can get myself a Tix copy. No, get in the bin. Get in the bin. If you're spending 250,000 guild coins to get a Tix copy, I'm going to spend 250,000 copies of guild coins to get you lobotomized. It is a poor decision. No. Wrong. Or unlobotomized, because clearly you were lobotomized at a young age to think that getting yourself a Tix copy from there was a smart decision. Moving on, we need to go ahead and get ourselves, oh no, just heroes food. Where's it gone? What is this? I assume because it's heroic miracle, you have stretched yourself thin, and yes, as Bilbo Baggins says, a small piece of butter across too much bread, or whatever the quote I've just bastardized is. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not even finished. And hopefully you can get this finished, because getting those light heroes is going to be a real toughie. But obviously, if you had the profit orbs, you'd get yourself a 5-star light, but you don't have the profit orbs, which is going to be a pain. I don't even know. Are you buying profit orbs daily? Like, what are you doing? No, you're buying cores. Okay, as a free-to-play player, you don't really need to go ahead and buy cores. They're expensive and you'll run out of gems. Given how much the game now pushes gems at you, it's really not a smart thing to do. You probably shouldn't be buying cores unless you have like a massive load of gems. Now, okay, you're going for Vesa. This early on? Probably not smart. I don't think you need to be chasing Vesa copies just yet. You need to be focusing on your other E5s that are going to be far more important. You are not getting a Transcendence hero anytime soon. The thing you need to be focusing on is tenants for the Eloise that you're currently building. So carry here, great, excellent choice. I would rather swing towards probably Tix. Is my big play. I mean, you clearly want to build Ithaca. You started building her up, but you don't even have any other copies. 9-star here really was a mistake. I really don't encourage you doing this. This is not going to help you at all. So that's a little bit of a shame. So yeah, as I said earlier, this should all be food to go ahead and upgrade this Eloise. But what you're doing, I'm just seeing just mediocre mistakes. That's all. It's just stuff that really common things that new players do. So it's good that we're addressing this. Let's take a look at your stellar shards. Wow, brilliant. You have a lot. You really do have a lot, and that's great because you have more stellar shards than crystals of transcendence, which tells me you're pulling from your spheres stellar shards. So sure, you messed up with the Guild Solidus, but at least you haven't messed up with stellar shards. So hats off to you for that one. When it comes to heroic summon scrolls, we've got 130, so you've been saving them since anniversary, so that's good. And finally, I mean, where's your profit orbs? Well, we spent them all, as we saw earlier. Is this account terrible? It's repairable. It's actually pretty good. It's not like amazing, because I mean, you have made some mistakes, but you know what? You shouldn't feel bad or downhearted about this. This is fine. This is actually fine. And you said you've just come back into the game and you want to make sure the decisions you are making are smart. Well, yeah, you heard that Eloise is good. You heard right. Excellent choice. Garuda, really good first E5 to unlock the Void. She's easy to get copies of, so it's not like a challenge. It's not difficult. The game helps you through building her. So really, you've not made any terrible mistakes, apart from, obviously, guild coins and, well, more importantly, spending profit orbs when they don't really get you much. And those lobsters, we won't talk about. Overall, though, you know what? You've done a few smart things that a lot of new players don't do, like the stone here on Garuda, picking up resonance armor, getting yourself a golden crown. Excellent. And what's the stone here? Attack, skill damage? Not the worst. Gold's an issue. I mean, that's a given, though. Gold is an issue. I wonder if you bought anything from the Undersea adventure with gold. Now, that is a curious question. You didn't. Okay, at least you didn't waste your gold on this, so that's fine. That's perfectly fine. And obviously you didn't buy this for a free-to-play player, so this is actually a little heartwarming. Where to go next? As I said, focus on Eloise's tenants, Tix,
various heroes like that. Carry is a nice pick. Obviously, you don't have a lot of dark food. Try to save things a little more. You seem quite aggressive trying to do a lot at once. You don't necessarily need to play that harshly. This 6-star Amun-Ra, you might at some point regret it and want to regress her so you can get the dark food back to go ahead and build up your carry. Please do not feed this Amun-Ra. It's probably not wise. But yeah, picking up what heroes you can, trying to finish Heroic Miracle would be smart. I would have personally left your light and dark heroes until you could definitely do this, unless these came from cores, in which case I totally understand. And yeah, I think it's not terrible. It's not the worst account in the world. And oh, what the heck happened here? You know what? Happens to the best of us, man. Sometimes it just goes horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. Although I'm really confused how something on the edge happened. You know, I would always try to work from the outside in. So I'm a little perplexed as to how you ended up with a piece missing. Don't forget, chat, you can rotate these. For some reason, people don't know you can rotate the shapes. So just a little word of warning for those of you watching if you didn't know. Fantasy Factory, that is something you can do. Any questions? Ice, anything you need help with? Any advice you want? I'm here to answer your questions, so hit me up. Ah, great question. So you've asked about this Ithaca as to whether you should leave her or regress her. I would recommend regressing her, but only when you have something to use the food on. So you need 5 copies of someone to make them a 10-star to then feed to Eloise. So there's no point regressing Ithaca and having no one to build up. But if you find, for example, you have 5 copies of Dominator, you can then comfortably aim towards building him to 10-star and then feeding him to Eloise. So regress Ithaca only when you need the food to progress a different shadow hero to 10-star to then use. Hopefully that makes sense. And the same goes for any other faction where you've pushed someone forwards. Rogan, interesting one here. Some people choose to regress Garuda entirely and not even try to do any forest progress with her at all, and then worry about forest seal end later. Others choose to keep the Garuda around. Now, my personal opinion is if you're able to get copies of people, let's say, like Tix, like Carrie, and you need the food to get them up, absolutely regress Garuda to get her food back and then push forwards the Eloise. Now, I've noticed here, actually, you don't have Unbending Will on Garuda, so immediate piece of advice, shove that on her. That'll help her survivability, unless, of course, you're doing like PvE game modes, in which case it's totally understandable. In addition, though, with this Eloise, if you wanted to, crazy thing you could do, just regress Garuda now and use all that food to upgrade Eloise. But then where's all that Garuda food going to go? Well, you'd have to repump it into Garuda to get value from it, so that's not the play, right? A lot of people might say, ooh, regress Garuda now, build up Eloise. But with nowhere to actually put that food, it's actually not going to help the account as much as you'd think. Now, obviously getting an E5 Eloise is nuts. That's going to give you immediate progress. But with all the 9 stars and 10 stars you'll just have lying around, you might find it's not as beneficial. That said, if there was a way to convert all that food into 10 stars that you could then use as imprints on Eloise to get it just instantly to Void 2, that would be very, very good. And then obviously as you get more Stellar Shards, you can go all the way around to Void 3. So that may be very tempting, but given the lack of 5 copies of 5 stars, the only one I see here is actually Gru. It's probably not going to happen that you can get yourself a ton of 10 stars because you're only going to get 3 10 stars back from this Garuda, which is enough to take her to E5, but it's not enough to imprint her. So you will have a lot of 9-star dummies just sitting around doing nothing, which isn't going to help your progress at all. So yeah, I would wait until you have these windows of opportunity to make progress, and then, boom, regress Garuda, imprint the Eloise, and you'll have a very, very powerful hero, especially with the Golden Crown. You can then switch across this armor, make it Ranger, and yeah, you'll be focusing on a really nice hero, making a ton of progress, and she's very, very strong. She's very, very strong. So yeah, I actually look forward to seeing where this account ends up. Just try to be a little more attentive with event reviews, and hopefully you can push yourselves forwards. And as Zace has said, yeah, missing 5-star copies of heroes really does suck in the early game. Yeah, trying to find 5 copies of someone to build a 10-star, it's a bit of a free-to-play issue, but it'll get fixed eventually, right? Hero copies are a slow grind, but then suddenly you've got tons of them, so it's just the nature of being new. So yeah, well played. well played. Any more questions, let me know. Reach out to the community. And yeah, thanks for letting us take a look at the account. It's not always roasting here. We do try to offer some advice and help. And yeah, if you want to join us for account reviews, join us at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP. A few small issues, not too terrible. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, happy idling.